Hey everybody, Lance the Pants here, and today I'm here to talk about a game that a game that just got released like Saturday. There you go. I guess it's Sunday because I'm used to this company, releasing games on a Sunday. For some reason, I don't know why. Well, I know why. I say like, oh, we don't want kids to skip school, whatever. Screw that. But I'm here to basically talk about today the game that honestly I've been spending a lot of my time with when I'm at home. Pokemon X, which I don't own, but Pokemon Y. It's basically the same thing, just different Pokemon on each version. Different Pokemon, except a few different Pokemon on each version, and of course the legendary mascots. Like, of course, for Pokemon Y, Yveltal, and for Pokemon X, you get Xerneas. I think that's how you say his name. If I'm wrong, then someone please tell me, because I do that a lot, where I'll get names for Pokemon wrong. It's just it's just a habit, I guess. I don't know. But, I just finished Pokemon Y, so I'm gonna give my impressions. I have not done the post-game yet. I just got to the post-game, but I did beat the champion, and I did most of the stuff I did the credits, so, and I'm gonna say this here, since I really love this game, I really, really love this game, I am gonna be going into, spoiler-wise, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, and I'm sorry, but at least play the game, and like I'm not gonna talk post game stuff because I don't know any of that yet. But wait for post game stuff. I mean, don't wait for post game. Wait. Alright, play the game first, and then watch this video if you haven't, because you're gonna enjoy it. But basically, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. Pokemon Y, of course, is the first jump into a Pokemon game, and here's what I might do. When I'm going to get into spoiler territory, I'll probably add an annotation, or I'll say, like, spoilers for this, okay? So if you guys want to hear, like, main stuff, like just how the game plays and all that, then, yeah, you can get that gist. But Pokemon Y, or X&Y, is honest, I'm not saying this right here and now. People say Ocarina of Time and Mario 64 are the best jumps for, games into 3D. Well, honestly, now I have to disagree. Pokemon Y, I think, has beat Ocarina of Time and Mario 64. And I know people are going to be like, oh, you're kind of raising the barley, Lance, like it's not that good. I honestly think it is, because, I mean, if you don't know, I'm LPing Pokemon, not Pokemon, I have LP Pokemon XD, but I'm LPing Ocarina of Time whenever it gets uploaded in Super Mario 64, which hasn't even been uploaded yet. But Pokemon Y, at least I ain't played that XP, it's just a phenomenal game. Like, it's hard to really even talk about because I love the game to death. Like, I just want to be like, oh my god, this part's amazing. But I guess I'll just start off with gameplay. Pokemon Y, my big thing that I was really scared of when I saw Pokemon X and Y was that, if you guys have seen Pokemon XD or Coliseum, you know those games, the battles run terribly slow, and they're boring to watch. My LP is a perfect example of why I hate that. Well, I hate the games, but they're boring, because the battles are slow. They're double battles, so the animations take forever. The same thing goes to Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, and Battle Revolution, but fuck Battle Revolution. But Pokemon Y, when I first got it, it goes so much faster, and I know, like, the 3DS is basically in a GameCube. It's just a portable GameCube, with like graphics wise and hardware. But it runs so much faster. You get to wonder, like, how could that not How could Pokemon Coliseum in XD Gale Darkness not go as fast as this? I mean, they're mostly single battles, but they're usually just, I don't know, it's weird. Like, that's my thing. I think it's what I like about Pokemon X&Y. The battles, they're fast-paced. I love that, because I don't want a game that's slow. Now, let me say this here. They're not as fast as Black and White 2. Black and White 2 went it didn't go a lot faster. They're a little bit slower than Black and White 2, but I can understand that, because it's tougher hardware. You have to, the hardware, of course, has to execute more moves, more animations, more Pokemon popping out, Mega Evolutions, I'm going to get into here in a minute, which is not easy, I'd say, for the 3DS. I mean, it's got to be tough. And even at points, I will say this little thing about Pokemon Y and X. I'm assuming X has this, is where you will have frame rate issues. But the reason for that, I believe, is because if you look at the models for that game, they're pretty decent. I mean, they're pretty good quality for a 3DS game. Like, that's another thing. Pokemon X and Y are beautiful 3DS games. I mean, they're not like, HD games, but I shouldn't even say that, because it's 3DS isn't even HD. I'm probably gonna edit that out. I probably won't. I'll say I'm gonna edit that out, and then I won't. But they're beautiful games. Like, they really are. I loved it, but Pokemon Y, of course, and X and Y, I'm sorry. I keep saying to say Y, because Y's the version I played, and I don't want to get, like, all into X, because I haven't played X. My friend Remington has, says it's basically the same thing. Where's my topic? Meanwhile, the topic, I'm joking. But they're awesome games. Like, they're fun to play. I really do enjoy how the game played. Of course, I'm trying to think, the music in this game, I love it. I don't know, it's tough, because I really like Black and White, and I like Soul Silver's soundtrack, but Pokemon X and Y, they have some pretty darn good music, guys. I mean, I'm going to edit probably some music in, hopefully, if I can remember. Probably not, because I'm stupid. But, oh, man, I'm so dumb. But it's a good soundtrack. I enjoy it. Apparently, the orchestra music, and it sounds like it, but it's on 3DS, so at points it's kind of hard to, like, tell. But it's really good music. I enjoy it. The power plant music's really good. The Team Flare battle theme, the boss Team Flare battle theme, the champion battle theme, the opening theme, the bike theme, the surf theme, and I can go on all day because I love the soundtrack. It's just really good. I started to say graphics. I'm trying to think. Gameplay played fine. A few frame rate issues. Something I noticed, like, I found it kind of funny, is because, of course, you guys know in Gen 5, we had we had, triple battles and rotation battles. I have not seen one so far in this entire game. They mention it, but that's all you see. But it's really, like, it usually just have, like, single battles. Sometimes you'll have double battles. That's about it. I'm trying to think how to put this. I think X and Y is what Gen 4 should have been. X and Y, I do care about that game. Like, I'll get more in the story here in a minute, because I'm gonna say that for the last part. But, like, Diamond and Pearl in Platinum, or Gen 4 in general, except for, like, Soul Silver and Heart Gold. We'll talk about the Sinnoh trio. They were slow, boring to look at. The music wasn't that memorable. The game wasn't ugly, but I just didn't think it looked that good. I don't know. I just really did not get into Gen 4. But Gen 6, I loved it because the music was good. The gameplay was fun. It went by quickly. I think Gen 4 was basically like the GameCube Pokemon games. Pretty much put onto a DS and just changed the Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, battle-wise, it was just boring. X and Y changed that. Your Pokemon will move. They did that in Gen 5, but they'll move. The battle animations are cool. Thunder. Oh my god! That battle animation, guys! Oh man. It was amazing. Thunder had the best animation in that game. It's so cool, man. I know it sounds like I'm fanboying on this game, but god, I loved it. I'm trying to think of some other things. Wow, Watch Dogs got delayed till 2014. Wow. I know it's off topic, but I can't help it. It's a good game, but it's just it's hard to talk, but I know I should have waited a little bit to like get my full thoughts out because I'm so like, oh my god, this is amazing. But it's a wonderful game. You really enjoy playing it. The gym. I'm only gonna say this here. I gotta mention this about the game. Another. It ain't a huge problem, but it's something I have to agree on. When some people say this, Pokemon X and Y, I think is way too easy for its own good. I really didn't have any trouble battling anybody. Like, the champion's really the only person that gave me trouble, and that's just because of one Pokemon she uses. That's it. Honestly, it wasn't that hard of a game. I never really had parts where I died. I never had one time where I died. I never got one time where I was actually almost about to lose. And maybe it's because I've played Pokemon throughout my entire life. I don't know. But it's an easy game. And honestly, I'd rather have an easy game than a game that's ridiculously hard and just a chore to play. Because, like, Pokemon's never been known for, oh man, it's so hard, it makes Dark Souls look like a pussy game, I brought Dark Souls up, but whatever. But it's a fun game, guys. Like, now, let me go ahead and get on to Mega Evolutions. Now, I'm saying this here, when Mega Evolutions got announced, I was pretty pissed off, because, well, I didn't like the idea of it. I was like, it's basically Digimon, if you think about it. And then your Pokemon, they evolve into another form. They even, like, I think there was like a Mega Digivolution or something like that. It seemed a lot like Digimon because you only kept it for like not one time, but you only kept it for like one battle. And I hated it. I hated that idea. But when Pokemon X and Y came out, I'm going to just say this. The Mega Evolutions, I don't hate them. I'm not a huge fan of them. Not at all. They are pretty overpowered. I'm going to be 100% there. Mega Lucario plus Bone Rush rapes everything. It does it. It kills everything. Get a Mega Lucario, use Bone Rush, you will win. Like, it's instant rape. But it's good. I mean, it's good. Because, of course, Pokemon that will get Mega Evolutions. I'm going to spoil. I'll say the ones that, like, most people know by now. It's Mega Lucario, the Kanto, the start of their final evolutions. Get Mega Evolutions, of course, like Mega Blastoise, all them. Mega Charizard. I got Mega Charizard Y, though, which, I prefer Mega Charizard X. And Jason, if you're watching, fuck you. You don't like Mega Charizard X. I'm joking, Jason. Yeah, I doubt you're watching, but still. I'm trying to think of what else. There's a few others that I could spoil for you guys, but I'm not going to because, well, you guys will want to see that because, well, you guys will see. It's interesting, though. The Mega Evolutions, though, they're not bad, because honestly, they never have one point in the game where say, you do not have Mega Evolutions. There's a point when they want to teach you about it, and you may have to use it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think you have to use that for that one fight, but after that, you are never required in the game to ever use a Mega Evolution to get farther in the game, which is good, because there are people who don't like them, and actually, something I had a lot of fun with, I'm a terrible person for doing this, is I would pretty much go Bidoof hunting, and whenever a Bidoof would pop up, I'd have Mega Lucario or Mega Charizard, basically just beat the crap out of them in their Mega forms, because, well, I'm a sick bastard like that. Because it's Bidoof. I mean, who doesn't, honestly, it's Bidoof. Does anybody like Bidoof? I actually like Bidoof. Because he's so derpy. But I enjoyed it. I guess I'll go ahead and mention what my team was for Pokemon X and Y. My team was, I guess I'll start with my starter. I chose Froakie, who eventually evolved into Greninja, who is pretty good. I actually really enjoyed Froakie. Of course, you guys saw my thoughts of when Pokemon X and Y got revealed. I said, Froakie, because Froakie's the man. He turns into a ninja. I didn't like that. There's a spoiler there. And then the next I had, I'm trying to think, who did I pick after that? Oh, I got to my Kanto starter, and spoiler here, you will get a Kanto starter in this game. I'm pretty sure I'll be one of that. And that, I already told who I picked, but I picked Charmander, of course, was Charizard. I, of course, got Charizard. Let me see how to say this. Charizardite? I don't know how you say them. They give such weird, things to Mega Evolution. And he, of course, evolved in Mega Charizard Y. And Charizard was easily he was probably the leader of my team next to Greninja. Next, I chose, let me see, Lucario, you of course, spoiler here, spoilers here, you will get a Lucario in the game later on from certain gym later, and you pretty much have a free Lucario, and of course, okay, thought somebody walked in the door, I'm sorry guys, you of course can evolve into a Mega Lucario, which is pretty darn cool, so yeah, if you want a Lucario, there you go, then I got I'm trying to think, Tyrant, which is of course a fossil Pokemon evolves in Tyrantrum, and oh my god, get this thing, it rapes everything. Oh my god. I say this here, I loved Tyrantrum, like, it's how you say Tyrantrum, there you go. He's so good, he's a rock dragon type. If you want a really good dragon type for this game, get him. Or if you want a fossil, I've heard the other one's pretty good. My friend Remington, I gotta go so with, I got the other one. It was like an ice rock, and I battled one, and it's pretty good also. So they're both really good Pokemon, which I'll advise you guys to use because they're just awesome. Let me see. Then I had a Jolteon on, I believe, Route 10. I think it's after you get your second gym badge. You can catch Eevees out in the wild, and of course, I found an Eevee, and I was like, you know what, Jolteon, because I love Jolteon. Because, well, it's Jolteon. I mean, it's my first evolution. I haven't got a Sylveon yet. I have all evolutions except for Sylveon, which I'm gonna do probably after this or record this video. I'm probably gonna go get some Eevees, or go get an Eevee, and make a Sylveon. That sounded really weird. I'm trying to think what else, and then because I could not think of a extra member of my team, I pretty much picked Yveltal, and I just had him as my person to use Fly, and my backup if I needed a heal, so he just take hits for me. But yeah, that was my team basically. I caught a few other Pokemon, like I got the Magic Torchic. I don't like Blaziken. I never have liked Blaziken. Which you can of course get with Mystery Gift, and you'll get a Mega Stone, so you can have a Mega Blaziken. But that's cool. I haven't got all the Mega Evolutions yet, because I want to get Mega Ampharos, so I can have Amphabulos, because honestly, it's Amphabulos. It's fabulous. So yeah, there's that. Trying to think. And by the way, I know it's off topic, but has anybody seen the Pokemon King of the Hill thing? Like, if you haven't, you need to watch it. It's hilarious. It's in my favorite videos, and I have music playing in my favorite videos, and it's just funny. Butterfree, no! get Charizard. I love that. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I can really talk about. Oh, and here's a big thing that some people didn't know about. I didn't know about this until I got the game. It's kind of a spoiler, and that's the XP share in this game got a huge difference, and it's basically where say, like, okay, you know, back in like Gen 1 onwards, if you got, like, I think the EXP share was in Gen 1, I don't remember, I haven't played Gen 1 in years, where if you get the EXP share, you could just put it on one Pokemon, and it would basically just give EXP to that Pokemon. Not anymore, it doesn't. Basically, what the XP share in this game does, you will turn it on in your key items, and all of your Pokemon will get EXP throughout the every battle. Like, say I have like my Greninja out, and it killed Bidoof. There you go. Because we were apparently anti-Bidoof here at Lance of the Panthers channel. So basically, all like Greninja would get the main part of that EXP. But say that I had like a Charizard on my team, he would of course get the EXP as well. Not all of it, but here's the thing though that I thought was really, it's kind of broken. If you throw another Pokemon out, they will also get full EXP. So basically, say I threw Charizard out, or if I threw like Tyrantrum out, that means Tyrantrum and Greninja would both get full EXP. And honestly, you have to use this if you want to be at the right levels for the end of the game. So yeah, I'd use that if I was you, unless you want to do a lot of grinding, which I didn't actually do a lot of grinding in this game. I battled like every trainer I could, but that was it. But that's just the thing I always do. Because I got Victory Road, and I was like, screw this, Max Repel. But yeah, actually, Victory Road in this game is actually my favorite Victory Road of all time. It's so good. That's the only thing I can say for Pokemon X and Y. So good. Now, I guess I'll get on to the story. The story of Pokemon X and Y it's weird to me because, I'm going to say spoilers here. Like, huge, if you do not want to know spoilers of the game, then, I'd advise, turning this off, and when you beat the game, then I'd come back if you want to and finish the video, I guess. Now, here we go. Let's see how I start this. I'm trying to kind of put this. Pokemon X&Y, of course, starts off like any other Pokemon game. You are a 10-year-old kid who is moved to who is in a town, and pretty much a professor says, hey, get this kid, to come get a starter Pokemon from me. And this game kind of pulls a Gen 3, actually, where you're a new kid in town, which I actually liked. Because that's something Gen 6 feel like. It was kind of like, it took something from every Pokemon game there was, it combined it, and made it a really good Pokemon game, which is, of course, in 3D! Gotta make that joke. Which is I liked about it. But you start out, and you meet, all of your, friends in the town. You meet the fat kid. Her name's, Shauna, I think is her name. I think it was, just the girl with, the weird-looking hair, Princess Leia kind of hair, I guess. She looks more like Princess Leia than the girl in black, too. It's weird. But you meet her, you meet Serena, you meet the red-headed ginger kid, whose name, I think is Tierno, I think maybe the fat kid. I don't know his name. He wasn't that memorable, actually. He's the one you never really hear from much. And then you pretty much get a Pokemon from them. You have a battle with Shauna, who honestly you think she's going to be your rival for most of the game, and honestly she doesn't. Really, Serena is your true rival in the game. You actually battle her to see who gets the Mega Stone, or to do, Mega Evolution. Of course, you have to win that, I believe. Which is pretty cool. You'll, of course, battle her many times throughout the game. You also battle Shauna a few times. You battle a fat kid, and you battle the ginger kid a few times. Later on in the game, of course, you meet Team Flare. And I'm saying this here, when I first saw Team Flare, I hated them. I didn't hate them, but they were the most... I think they were the most boring out of all of the teams, because honestly... their motives sucked. They're oh, we just want to make the world a different place, so we're just Team Flare left. I was that's kind of a dick move. I mean, I still think the best team was probably Team Plasma, because they weren't really villains. They just wanted to help Pokemon, except for, spoiler here, Geetus, who's pretty much a big dickwad. But then you move on, and you learn that Team Flare had a thing, and huge spoiler for Team Flare's thing, which honestly is really cool. I don't want to spoil this for you guys, but... you learn they have an ultimate weapon, who their leader, Lysandre, who I always call Lasagna, because I thought it was easier. He's, redheaded, and Lasagna, Garfield's the true leader. I don't know, I went kind of like a Count Dracula thing. But he wants to use his ultimate weapon that was created 3,000 years ago, to pretty much wipe the entire, to pretty much wipe everybody out. And you get a pretty cool scene where this big flower-looking thing just breaks a town, in a bunch of pieces that you previously visited. And it's so cool, because he's going to destroy the world. This dude's pissed. He wants to, he hates it. Because he thinks if the world doesn't change, then all we're going to have is war. And it's true. Because, honestly, I like Lasagna because, I know I'm calling Lasagna, and I can't take him seriously either. Basically, he's wanting to do that so he can just change the world, and he wants it to be a better place. He thinks the world needs to restart from the beginning. And you meet a guy called Az, who basically was he built the machine to pretty much revive his Pokemon that he lost in a war, which is dark, because they bring much a war, how the Pokemon died, how he revived it, and how he's pretty much, you learn that he, later is trapped, as he's been alive for 3,000 years since then, and his Pokemon finally meets with him, which is a really touching scene. Dim feels, man, dim feels. I love that scene. I actually felt pretty happy for him at that. But you battle Zandre. You capture one of the mascots, and they pretty much use either Yveltal or Xerxes. Not Xerxes, Xerneas. I call him Xerxes because I don't know, I just like that name. I was thinking nickname that if I ever got one. And you pretty much capture one of them, and you battle Lasagna for one last time. So yeah, there's that. And he's pretty cool. He also has a Mega Gyarados, which some people are pretty happy to have, I guess. I mean, Gyarados is pretty darn chill. But yeah, there's that. And then, of course, you go through, all that stuff. You battle last gym later. All that. And I'm not saying this here, that part where the whole ultimate weapon, and the whole ass thing, that comes out of nowhere. That's a huge mood whiplash. And while that's like, okay, that came out of nowhere, I did like it because I love Pokemon Black and White, one story. It was dark. It wasn't really dark, but you liked it because it was interesting. You liked the characters. I can honestly understand how Lasagna was, because he just wants the world to be a better place. He wants a restart on the world so he can have a safe future. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people wish they could just restart things, like their life, the world, or whatever, so they could fix things. And that's what he basically wants to do. And that was really cool. So I do like that. I'm trying to think. And then, of course, you fight the last gym leader. I'm gonna say gym leader in this game, they're alright. There's one, the fairy type gym leader is creepy. Let's say, I didn't talk about fairy types. Fairy types, I never used one. I never found out their weakness. I heard poison. Like, I knew poison was weakness, but there's something else, and I just never used it. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That they had a new type to pretty much kill dragons. Fucking Jigglypuff. But yeah, there was that. Trying to think of what else I can really talk about. Of course, you fight the champion. You found out it's like that Diantha lady, who was honestly, I didn't think she should have been a champion. I don't know. She just didn't look a champion part. Like, usually, when I think of champions, I think of, like, Blue or Lance. Cynthia, I think I actually liked her, even though her battle in Diamond and Pearl was dickish. Oh, fuck that fight. I'm trying to think of what else I can really talk about. Trying to think. Well, of course, I haven't on the post game yet, so. But as I said earlier, at the end, after you beat the champion, you will have a parade, and you will fight Ash for the last time in his Pokemon return to him, which is a really good scene. Dem feels, man, dem feels. But yeah, there's that. I really don't have much else I can really talk about. I guess I could talk about a rating and a which, if I think it's the best Pokemon. Well, no, I'm saying this here. Best Pokemon game was. I need to replay it one more time, and I will sometime in the future. Because for now, I still gotta play GTA 5. Still haven't played it yet. I'll be getting to GTA 5 after this, and I'll be playing it. So yeah, there's that. If I had to pick, I was just I need to do another playthrough. But at the moment, right now, if I had to think of a Pokemon game where I'd rate this, I'd probably say it's tied with Black and White 1 is my second favorite Pokemon game. With Soul Silver still being my number one Pokemon game. But this could change it, I don't know. It's a really good game and all. But yeah, it's a really good game, which honestly, if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it a 9.5. I'd give it like a 9.3 to probably a 5 out of 10. It's a really good game. The problems with it are mostly, it feels a little too much like Gen 1 in my opinion. Like, it feels like they really wanted to make Gen 1. Frame rate issues at some point, and it points it's really easy, but that easy part's a nitpick. But that's all that's all I really have to say. So, yeah, I've been Lance of the Pants. That was Pokemon Y beaten, and, let me think. If I ever get 3DS capture card one day, I'll make sure to LP Pokemon X and Y. Well, probably Y, because I don't really want to pay more money on Y, or X. Maybe one day, if I can get a cheap copy of X. Or somebody's just like, hey, here's Pokemon X, Lance. I'm like, okay then. But yeah, there's that. So would I recommend Pokemon Y? Of course I'd recommend Pokemon Y. It's a fantastic game which you guys should play. If you have a 3DS. But yeah, that's all I got. I've been Lance the Pinch. Y'all been wonderful, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Later, guys.